All right, it's hard to believe, but it's been nearly 2 months since Hurricane Helene tore across the southeast. And as the second deadliest hurricane to strike the U.S. mainland over the past 50 years, more than 200 people were killed across 6 states, with over half of those fatalities in North Carolina. Speaking at a press conference yesterday, the governor estimated Helene caused about $53 billion in damage across his state.
We ended up having more than 1,300 roads that were closed. You all know how difficult it was to get around in western North Carolina. Now we are down to fewer than 300. So many roads have opened. We have a lot of work to do. We're going to need significant federal and state money to repair these roads and make them stronger than ever, but that has to be a priority.
For more on the cleanup and the recovery efforts, I want to bring in Colonel Alpo Portelli with Rotary International, and they are actually partnering with ShelterBox, an international disaster relief group, to help communities recover. So, Colonel Alpo, you are in Dysertsville. What is the situation like there?
Dysertsville is actually in McDowell County. We're recovering pretty well. The main problem we're having in our county is most of the roads that you heard the governor refer to that were still closed are in our county. So we're having some difficulties across our 4 northern counties of western North Carolina, distributing things out to individuals in need. But with the help of ShelterBox and our relationship with them, ShelterBox has been providing us with a lot of bulk items that we have specifically been coordinating with the county emergency operations centers, 13 counties that are still in need, bulk items, and we're building kits to get out to those emergency centers for their use. Things like tents, cooking stoves, sub-zero sleeping bags, because we already have cold temperatures and we've had first snow, solar lights and chargers, things like this. But very specific to help those individuals that are still in the relief part of recovery. And other counties, we're working across the board as well to cover things for rebuilding. So it's building supplies and things of that nature. But it's still really bad.
Wow. I mean, so that's an incredible combination of things. Building supplies, you said sub-zero sleeping bags. And did I hear you properly? You said tents. So there are places in which people are planning to stay in tents through the winter?
We have people who will probably be staying in tents for at least 3 to 4 months as they're able to rebuild homes over time. Again, part of that is just getting building materials up to them. But North Carolinians are very, very resilient. And after the initial shock wore off of being pummeled for 2 days by a hurricane, everybody's got their sleeves rolled up, and we're doing everything that we can to bring normalcy back to the area. And again, some areas are in early stages yet. Others are well underway, and some are already in the rebuilding phase. So it's pretty hard to do that kind of a spread, but we're actually doing it very well. It's not as bad as it was on day 4 or 5, but at day 44, it's still difficult. And for most of them, it's in our high mountain counties in our northern part of western North Carolina.
For a lot of folks who have really lost everything, what are they telling you about why they insist on rebuilding there, or why they at least insist on staying there in order to figure out what their future is going to be like?
Well, historically, a lot of these families are attached to the land, and they have been since the mid-1800s. And that's what they have. It is their land. It's hard to explain how deep that sentiment goes. Certainly, everybody that is desiring to rebuild wants to rebuild safer. This is unprecedented, the damage and the destruction that we've had. Most of us in western North Carolina are used to maybe a winter storm where you lose power for a couple of days, but we still have people without drinking water. We still have people that that don't have electricity. The grid's recovering fairly well, but if you don't have a house, it doesn't help if you have electricity or not. So these are the kind of things we're dealing with as we're trying to get all of these supplies out to people across that entire spectrum of recovery and rebuilding. But there's still a lot of cleanup to do. There's still a lot of debris out there. We lucked out because it's been fairly dry, and that's helped out. But the temperatures are dropping, and we're getting more snow here before too long.
Oh, my.
And so it's a matter of taking care of those people. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, it's incredible. So what kind of coordination is happening between, state resources, federal, and, nonprofits and groups like yourself?
It's absolutely incredible. And contrary to popular belief, FEMA has been here and has been doing an outstanding job in coordination with all of the NGOs, as well as all of the county emergency operation centers. Like anything, it's a little bit slow to start, but once that surge is underway, it's going extremely well. And the coordination and the cooperation between all of us is really, really tight, and it's getting very specific as to what we need. And that's helping us get the distribution out for exactly what is needed in each of the areas in the counties.
Incredible work that all of you are doing. Colonel Alpo Pertelli, thank you so much.
Thank you.